Good to me. Sounds good to me. Let's go... continue. Huh? Oh, it's actually... You know what? Delete my demo save. I'm surprised it kept my demo save. I will skip the tutorial, though. And start anew. Because I think I literally only did, like, the tutorial in the demo, more or less. Like, I think the entire, like, first run of the game was treated as a demo. Okay, so now I'm actually going to care about lore, because it's the real first playthrough. The stars in the sky are going out, one by one. But, like, no one notices it? What? I'm racing... See, like, I'm having a little bit of trouble reading this. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but... I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late! That's, like, really fucking pretty. Like, I love the fucking dark space clouds flying over and dripping goop. I love that. It's a super pretty game. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. Me. Willing. Ha 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 ha. In a place without space. Let me take this moment to say, the game might be super pretty, but, my girlfriend is even prettier. Without time. Without memories. Build? This is not how, the demo started. Oh, are we, like, constructing the world from scratch? I see. Currently, we live in nothingness. We light the first flame. A common campfire, warm and cozy. Monsters keep away from it, so it's a nice spot to have some rest between your travels. It's also the center of your camp and the starting point of your adventures. The hero restores 20% of his max HP upon entering the campfire tile. Poggy, dude. He's done it. Alright, now I just, I was gonna say expedite. Which is not the same thing as going on an expedition. That is like skipping over a process. Let's just expedite the expedition entirely. So I didn't quite understand what this was from, like, can I construct a deck? Like, what the... Oh, you can! You can, like, delete certain cards from the... So is the minimum 7? Is that... Huh? Oh, okay, I see. So you need at least 2 of these. You need 2 of these. Because it's both minimum and maximum of 2. I getcha. Okay. Well, I think I might just roll, like, normie default for my first one. And then you also have a minimum and maximum of your total deck. Dude, I'm excited! This seems fun! I like this game. Conceptually alone. Like, independent of execution, the concept is super good. I love just, like, any game that lets you balance your own difficulty, especially when, like, you're incentivized to increase the risk to get better rewards. That's actually my bread and butter. Which is why I lose every single Spelunky run that has an altar on, like, the 2nd floor. Because I will do everything in my ability to get the Kapala as soon as I'm given the option, but it just never plays out. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst savior of all. Oh! Circular savior! Poggy. Sorry, I'm gonna stop saying Twitch emotes verbally. Psych! Let's do it. So I don't think there's any sort of interaction I really do until I get cards and equipment, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Its magnificent appearance gives you strength. Plus 2 HP, plus 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. Yeah, sure. And I got material there as well. Preserved pebbles! Small stones that still remember how the world used to look. When you hold them, you're able to vaguely remember it for a few seconds too. 10 pieces of pebble form 1 preserved rock. I wasn't expecting crafting. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'll just let that depth kind of unfold as the game progresses. Oh, equipment, you say? A strict stat upgrade? I think I will. And also, wait, is there any... I should probably maybe play my cards? A gentle rustle of leaves, a crack of a dry branch, and a feeling of being watched. Spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. The wolf can move to an adjacent tile. Yeah. Yeah. Currently, the game is not hard enough. Although I do have no consistent healing until I get to a campfire, so... You know, vampirism was one of, like, the main things you could get. Yeah, sure, I'll take a cooler-looking shield. Vampirism was one of the main effects that you get on your equipment when I played the demo. I'm assuming that'll probably hold true, at least for a little bit. But I really would like to see additional stats on equipment. I should probably be playing my cards as I receive them. But I'm lazy. A silky bastion of 8-legged hunters spawns a spider on an adjacent tile once a day. I don't think spiders are that difficult. Like, is there any sort of meta for, like, controlling where they spawn? There probably is, right? Like, this guarantees that it's going to spawn between these two, assuming adjacent includes diagonals and orthogonals. I didn't need to say and orthogonals, but I just like to flex my knowledge of the word orthogonal whenever I get the chance. It's a good word. And I feel like this would spawn a spider randomly between all 5 of these. So, like, maybe it's better to have diversity. Like, yeah, this guarantees it spawns between these 2 tiles, but also that kind of guarantees that I'm going to bulk up multiple spiders on the same tile. So I think it makes more sense to spread it out. Alright, I'm doing a lot of in-depth talk. Also, mountain, it's like a rock, but really big. Plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. Don't mind if I do. So, let me see. Mountains gain more benefit. Yeah, mountains gain more benefit when they're in the center, so I should always prioritize, like, surrounding mountains with rocks, I think. And now I get to test if adjacent includes diagonals. So this should increase my HP by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13? It should go up by 13 here. It only went up by 8. Oh, so it doesn't include diagonals. Oh. Wait, no, I'm still getting this math wrong. Wait. It gives me 2 HP. I was at 260, and now I'm at 268. So that gives me 2 HP. Oh, wait, what? Huh? 1, 2. My default HP was 250, right? So, let me get this straight. If I was at 260, let's just work with that. Just work with that. Keep it basic, keep it simple. This gave me an additional 2 HP for the additional... Does it only give you the adjacency bonus when you place it? Because that adds up to plus 8. Ugh. I think that's what it is. So I guess I shouldn't have placed my mountain yet then. I blundered! But now I understand the mechanics better. That's my MO. If I have an MO, it's understanding mechanics and then going from there. But you gotta start from somewhere, and I choose to start the position that gives me most information, because, like, knowing is half the battle. A place for the dead, and for some of the living, occasionally. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Yeah, fuck it. Wait. It spawns it on the tile. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, sure. I see no problem with that. Seems like a good thing to have. I don't think it really matters where I put that. So putting it next to the campfire, I mean, at least if it's next to the campfire, I get to decide early on if I'm okay fighting that guy or not. A lot of rocks. A lot of rocks. What special materials do I have now? A lot of preserved pebbles. Stable branches. Somehow the memory of these sticks wasn't lost. 12 pieces of stick form into a beam of stable wood. Huh. Alright. It's got like, it's got like Patapon-esque material evolutions, though in Patapon you can never really... Patapon, by the way, for those who have never played Patapon 1 or 2, they're like phenomenal games, especially the second one. But yeah, you never really upgrade materials into other ones. But I don't know, there's something so simple about just having, like, categorized materials, like, this is my rock material, this is my wood material, and having, like, upgraded versions of them. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I played Patapon at a young age. But a lot of the design from Patapon is, like, stuck with me, is things I like. Especially, like, I think the boss grinding was so fucking satisfying in Patapon. When you get, like, an entire fucking army of the, I'm not gonna remember the name of the specific pawn. But, the tree guys that are really good at stunning. Because, like, when you stagger a boss, not only is the boss staggered, but it has a chance of, like, dropping money or, like, additional resources. So, like... The min-max build for boss grinding is just having, like, the staggerest... The most stagger-heavy team in terms of kind of unit, and also have all of them as the tree type. And then you literally walk into a boss fight, no matter how fucking strong it is, because the game, I mean, like, it's balanced for fun, not for difficulty, really. No matter how much HP or defense the boss has internally, you just, like, walk up, and once it's staggered once, it just, like, repeatedly gets staggered and staggered and staggered, dropping, like, materials everywhere until it dies and drops even more materials. Very satisfying feedback loop. Keep talking about satisfying feedback loops today. What'd I get there? Just more pebbles? Okay. Peblets? No, pebbles. I wanted to call it a piplet. Meadow. I'm gonna have to wait till after the fight. What is Meadow? Heals 2 HP at the start of each day. That seems... not that good. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Can I want to know the... Oh, okay, I can do that. I prefer just clicking on the card and then deciding where to put it. Treasury! I think I might've... Is this where everyone in chat goes, order, lol? Because I think I messed up. The thick walls guard all kinds of riches from thieves and previous owners. Gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. Yeah. Yeah, order, lol. God damn it. So I should have played the Meadow second, but whatever, dude. It's just frick off. Just get out of here. Fine. I'll play it there. Who cares? Who cares? I like the layout of my board. I think it's pretty good. Also, I should probably, like, equip this armor, huh? Am I paused in the... Oh, it pauses when I mouse over equipment. I see. That's what one of those options were. Yeah, I think I will upgrade my armor immediately. Again. And, the shield... Is there any reason to, like, not want to equip the shield? Because it's the same stats. I think the way it works is it just, like, overflows and all of the items at the end get knocked off, but also you can just, like, rearrange them, so... I don't see a good reason to hold on to garbage, though. Damage to all. 2. So I think that means that I have, like, splash damage. I think I misinterpreted that as, like, party members. Like, it gives all party members additional damage, but no. I mean, there might be a party mechanic in the future of this game, I'm not sure, but this just means splash damage. And yeah, sure, well... What are my aesthetics here? I think I do prefer the narrower, more even blade of this one. Alright, get out of here, chunky sword. And I didn't play my meadow again. What am I thinking? Oh, whoops. I like the the paused animation in the combat window. Being over the shield. That's worse. No, thank you. I can compare two numbers and select the bigger. So, this happened in the demo as well, I think. Either that or no, it happened in the demo. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I've been, like... I don't think I've watched any content of this game, but now it's been so long since I played the demo, I'm like, maybe I did. Maybe I did watch a teeny little bit of content. I think I might have watched Ryan Gary's playthrough of the demo. And that's it. I didn't watch his pre-release footage of, like, the full version. Blooming Meadow. Flowers get a feel for the world and bloom with pleasant smells. Why did I get this, though? Is it just a result of the treasury? I don't understand. But it heals me 3 at the start. That's a mechanic I haven't quite locked on yet. I have seen Blooming Meadows, but I think I only saw it in Ryan's footage. I don't think I encountered that when I did the demo. I think I just put rocks around my treasury, if I remember right. And it didn't upgrade the rocks. So is it because of the treasury? I don't know. So I'm going to hold on to this and see if my assumption about needing to place this last is correct. Because I think it is. I think, I don't want to be too braggadocious, but I think I am right. As I should be. Oh yeah, you can see the splash damage now, and the fact that spiders have defense. Wow. If I had known what damage to all meant when I played the demo, I probably would have treated it a little bit differently. Attack speed +4? I think doing damage to everything is more valuable. 4% is not worth it for 2 additional damage, not only to the thing I'm attacking, but also to everything that I'm not attacking. Vampire Mansion, here we go. Hungry eyes follow your every move through the holes in the roof. Adds vampires to battles on adjacent tiles. Now, what do I want vampires to fuck with? Spiders are more challenging fights. Although, I don't know how tough the rat wolves are. Let's fuck it. Let's just put it on the spider zone. That's gonna be a lot of vampire spider encounters. Do I really want that many? Like, if the assumption is that I'll get more vampiric gear by killing more vampires, then it doesn't sound too bad. Though I might regret it. Since I have 2 mountains, I'm just gonna start placing. Oh, okay. So that is good. They get benefits from additional mountains as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the math. Assuming this works the way I think it does, I will only gain 15 HP here. Please. What was I at before? I think I did only gain 15 HP. I think I was at 87. Which is good. Good. Now I understand the adjacent mechanics. Adjacency bonuses. So it's only on placement. Nothing else. Good to know. I feel like my HP is not doing so hot, by the way. Oops, oops, oops. Yes, I will take the level 3 shield. Thank you. I'm getting a little bit of awkwardness from not knowing when I have the game set to pause. I should pay attention to the pause symbol up there, but the auto pauses are kind of freaking me out. Grove, a gentle rustle. Oh, I already read that. This is the Rat Wolf one. You should probably spread out your encounters a little bit. There's like no encounters going on here, so I think it's fine to place Rat Wolves down there as well. Additional meadow. And yeah, I know this isn't that great, but I'm hoping to place like mountains and rocks around here, and then I'll place the one mountain in the middle, and I'll be I'll be smiling. I'll have a smile on my face. It's probably, so I assume there's rarity now that I didn't realize either. So this is like a uncommon level 1 shield that has 2 stats as opposed to just 1 stat. So there is like some level of rarity and like additional modifiers for rarity that I didn't quite key into when I played the demo. 10% to counter is really high. A 10%. Like, I don't know how valuable defense is, though. Like, I haven't had a good grasp of how much defense is actually affecting incoming damage. A regen per second? Does that include while out of combat? Ooh. Alright. 0.6 might not seem like a lot, but if it counts out of combat, that's pretty nice. Which I'm assuming it does. Yeah, fuck it. I know I'm losing defense here, but I 10% to counter. Like, come on. Come on. Alright, didn't work there. Didn't work there. Alright, counter is useless. I'm never gonna take it again. Battlefield. It smells of blood and steel. Spawn a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. The thing is, I would really like it over here, where I've got, like, nothing going on. But the problem with that is I wouldn't get a chest. I mean, I would get a chest, but I want the chest early, is what I'm saying. You know, just put it there. It's probably fine right there. It's probably fine. You know, I think I'm actually gonna go into options and turn off like all of the auto pausing because it's getting me flustered. Automatically pause at the end of the loop. No. Automatically pause after battle. No. Battle pause when hovering over units. Battle pause when hovering over items. It doesn't really. Those don't really matter. Battle pause. Like, first off, is battle pause like entire? Yeah, because when you pause the game, it's not battle paused, which is something I didn't key into. Oh my god, just doubled regen? Yeah? Like, there's no button bound for battle pause. You just pause at the end of battle. I mean, there might be a button bound for it, but it's a different button than... I think I'm gonna hold on to my regen for a bit. I do eventually want to upgrade, but I can get like some free HP regen through these easy fights, and then I can change it if I so please, which I am likely to please. I am likely to. Still holding on to my one mountain, trying to get the most out of it. It doesn't make sense not to play other mountains when I get the option to, especially because, like, rocks seem... I guess it's fairly evenly weighted, but... I would like to get more rocks than mountains. Though it doesn't seem like that's panning out quite how I'd like it. The Keyblade? Oh! Better damage and regen. Yeah. I like seeing numbers that are bigger than my current numbers. Who wouldn't? Do I want 2 back-to-back skeleton fights? Probably not. Probably, though? I don't know. Who cares? Like, this is where you get big brain, and you, like, cycle the times of when skeletons spawn. Although it might be on, like, a global timer that's the same for all cemeteries. Probably not, though. I imagine there's, like, metadata associated with each tile. It doesn't matter all that much. I'm just gonna place it back there. Where can I see my defense? My defense is 4 right now. I'm gonna keep that in mind, because I saw that guy was doing like 5 to 6 damage, it looked like. I'm going to see what... Oh my god, now this guy's doing like 6 to 7? I thought these guys were worthless. Apparently defense matters like a great deal. Defense up to 6, damage to all 2, and evasion 8%. So there are like, I don't know. I was going to say it looks like there's implicit and like explicit modifiers because defense is like separated off from damage to all and evasion. Though these two modifiers are clumped together. I don't know. But it does seem like one stat is like the primary stat for a given piece of equipment. Rings, it changes depending on like the base type of the ring. But armors always seems to have max HP as the main stat. Weapons seem to have damage as the main stat. That might change in the future, but currently that's what it's looking like. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a upgrade to everything except counter. I mean, counter and evasion are effectively the same. It's damage prevention. So I lose 2% damage prevention. And counter has the implication that I would also be doing damage to the enemy upon countering. But whatever, who cares? Who cares? Maybe I shouldn't be placing all of these combat ones. So yeah, that didn't get Blooming Meadow, despite being placed adjacent to the Treasury. I don't really understand that one. Can't be built adjacent to anything. Gives a random resource at... Yeah, I don't know. It did give me resources from the Treasury. I think. Maybe those were just resources from the Meadow. I think it was a resource. Oh, so it shows you, like, the pieces of resources and, like, full chunky resources. Preserved rock. Apparently untouched by the Lich's curse, and thus suitable for building, despite the shapelessness of the world. It gets me sometimes. So I guess these aren't real resources. I have to build them into the full resource. These are just, like, they're fragments in Path of Exile. Splinters, even. Somehow... No, I read that one. A small amount of food. Surprisingly, it can still satisfy one's hunger. These things are a real luxury now. Maybe you do preserve these at the end of the run. I was kind of under the assumption that, if you returned to your, like, base of operations with, partial... My fucking chair is not rolling on the... I mean, it's not a carpeted surface, but there's carpet underneath the mat I'm on. Yeah, I would have assumed that, like, the partial completed ingredients would not be preserved, but maybe they are. This is enough to turn a caterpillar into a butterfly, a seed into a sprout, or a drop of water into a stream. Wait, I didn't even realize this is a noticeable change. I was like, what the fuck is this object? Is this a riddle? No, it's just a concept. Will turn itself into something else too if you collect enough of it. 20 changes in... Oh god, I can't read. 20 changes form a complete metamorphosis. To be fair, that sentence doesn't really make any sense. So forgive me for my lack of reading comprehension there. What'd I get? Oh, I got, like, rare loot. Wait, no, stop fighting. I got, magic damage. There are damage types. I like to see that. I love to see that. Oh! I mean, yeah, I'm losing evasion, but my overall damage prevention goes up, so... Seems good on basically every regard. Like, significantly more max HP? Like, honestly, kind of a stupid amount of additional max HP. Given this is only 2 levels higher, though it is rare, and that might affect it. I don't know what... I guess this is, like, legendary. The orange background. So it also gives me attack speed and evasion. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? And then it gave me, like, garbage equipment that I probably don't care about? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Cool. And I should probably play my my Grove card. Although I'm kind of feeling a little groved out at the moment. Well, I don't know. The Rat Wolf fights aren't that bad. This is going to be Rat Wolf Alley. Diagon Alley. Back off, human. Okay, 3 spiders and a vampire is kind of rough. But we'll see how it goes. A vampire? Where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness. And I'm hungry also, by the way. You bring macas? Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick. But you can't trick my hunger. It demands its share. Every sip and every drop of blood will go to satiate it. Satiate's not a bad word, but I feel like sate would have been a more punchy word to put there. I don't know the, I just kind of assume. Because it's, like, very well written. I don't want to act like the writing is bad. I would literally have one problem with one word. But, you know, for all I know, the developer might not even be a native English speaker, and it might have gone through translators. Who knows? There were a lot of different language options, so. I'm too weak, but you can help me, and I will set this crumbled world right. Right. I'm doing this not for just myself, but for everyone, in the name of good. Be grateful for my hard work, and just let me bleed you dry. Kinky. My equipment. It's running away from me. That's an appropriate excuse me. I'll take it. Vampires often owned our lands. They kept the peace and helped our settlements to prosper. It's just like Dwarf Fortress. As soon as you get a vampire, they're definitely gonna turn into a mayor. Just like. There you go. I got a good snap eventually. Hands too sweaty. Mom spaghetti. But this won't do at all. Now they're just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently, the blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone else's life. I forgot about that. They did say that in the demo. I forgot that the vampire grants lifesteal to other units. It's very cool, though. Oh, Orb of Expansion! Whoa! Sorry, please delete my stream. Twitch admins take me offline. What is this, though? A physical manifestation of expanding space in the form of a little sphere. Usually it's a couple little spheres, but, you know, shit happens. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop. Constant horniness. Strictly better ring. 1.8, along with additional defense and magic damage. I'll take it. Thank you very kindly. It's looking like I'm probably never gonna use this damage to all ring. I just keep getting, well, I don't keep getting better and better rings, but that ring is better. To the point that I would probably prefer the, basically, 2 regen per second, 2 defense, 2 magic damage. It's just too much. Too much. Okay, what? Hello? Goblin camp? For what reason? The sound of backstabbing can be heard from miles away. Spawn a goblin on an adjacent tile once a day. Appears for every 10 mountain and rock tiles. So ya say. So ya say. Alright, that's fun. Oops. Good or bad thing? 120 additional HP! Dude, I'm pogging? Plus 5 additional HP for every adjacent... No! No, so you're telling me not only do I have to worry about placing the mountain in the middle, but now I need like 2 layers of mountain and rock before I put the centerpiece? Because I assume that this adjacency also only happens on creation. Which means that, it only got affected by these 2. Damn it. Spawns a harpy every 2 days. We'll see. We'll see how much that matters. So yeah, order, lol. I should have placed these around the other mountains, but I couldn't have known. I couldn't have known. It's just the kind of thing you have to experiment with. Even though goblin camps, like, continue to spawn the more mountains and rocks I place down, I still think, like, it is exclusively a good thing to keep placing mountains and rocks down. Like, one goblin camp can't make the difference between the amount of max HP I get for the extra mountains and rocks. It simply can't. I refuse to believe it. Also, I didn't realize I could look at stats on these dudes. I just now noticed the fact that when I moused over the enemy earlier, I was focused on the fact that it paused combat, but now I get to see that there's actual enemy information. Slime! 39 HP. I wonder if the HP is random. That'd be fun. That'd be fun to know. Damage, 9.78. Very specific. I wonder if that's calculating my defense into it. Attacks per second, 0.6. Artificial life, liquid. Tags on enemies. Seems like there could be a lot more depth to this game than it currently looks like. Because I can't imagine what the tags on the enemies, like extra damage to living enemies as a modifier type, who knows. HP, 24. Oh, so spiders are actually pretty weak. And it looks like enemies don't have a defense stat then. Which is kind of surprising to me. But, you know, max HP. Depending on how the defense stat works in this game, max HP is effectively the exact same as defense. But then again, I am just assuming that defense works the bad way, like it works in Terraria, where it's just flat reducted damage. Damage, 9.19, attacks per second, 0.9. So this is actually... Oh, no, it's better. It's better. Very slightly better than a slime. But it's weaker HP-wise. So I don't know, these enemies are closer in power level than I thought they would be. I thought slimes would be, like, complete ass garbage, but they're whatever. They're okay. Damage to all, 2. Vampirism, 8%. So now I gotta think, is the regen more valuable than the vampirism? I don't think it is at my current damage. 8 to 12? Like, let me see. I would maybe get 2 HP there. But I don't know, yeah, no, my regen is covering that amount of vampirism. I know I'm getting more regen than just the ring, but I don't even think that, like, this ring is too good. I don't think that this ring covers it. It does give me additional damage, but I don't think that's worth it. It's gonna be hard to talk me out of flat max HP right now. I lose 7% chance to not take damage. And 4% attack speed doesn't matter at all. That's so insignificant, but the evasion is huge. Like, that's so weird to me, that the defense stat is so high in comparison to the offense stat here. Like, a 7% chance to not take damage on every incoming attack is, like, ridiculously strong compared to 4% attack speed. Like, that seems like such a pathetically balanced modifier in comparison. But, yeah, there's probably good reason that they want to balance attack speed the way they have it. Especially when there's so many sources of vampirism. Attack speed becomes not just an offensive stat, but also a defensive stat, because the more attacks you get in, I mean, it's still determined by the HP of the enemies, obviously, but the more attacks you get in, assuming you're attacking an infinite amount of enemies, the more you heal from it. Alright. Let's do it. I think the extra 100 HP is worth it. And am I going crazy, or is that more than an extra 100? I probably am going crazy. Oh, that gave me a lot. Presumably because I fully surrounded the treasury. Empty treasury. A treasury without treasure. An empty shell. A sorry sight, especially for its stone guardians that have slept through their eternal watch. So you get a lot of rewards, but you might not want to finish a treasury. Because it spawns a gargoyle. I see. Alright, that's cool. I jive with that. So, like, wait a second. Do these tiles count as, like, rock and or mountain tiles? I don't think they do. So I would have to start, like, an entirely new mountain setup if I wanted to make an additional, like, turbo-powered mountain peak. That's fine. I'll just, like... I'll still build off of it. But I'll work downwards from there. And I don't see a good reason not to just connect these meadows. Road Lantern. A small spot of light in this grim world. Decrease the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. The effective lanterns can stack. Oh. Okay. I should probably kind of nerf down my, my diagonally. My, vampire zone. Spider cocoon. Do I really want to keep making things dangerous right now? Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, fuck it. Send it, dude. Just send it. And because I know it's gonna take forever for me to complete this, super massive mountain peak, and I'm probably just gonna leave before it's finished, I should just place my tiles down. Alright, I got new equipment that I didn't even notice. Counter 6% regen's way down, but it comes with vampirism and evasion. That's a lot of new stats. It's tempting. It's way more tempting than this ring, that's for sure. But I don't know. Broken Longsword. I'm also curious, why does Counter have a plus 6%? Nothing else has a plus next to it. It's weird. Yeah, Counter always comes with plus. So does that mean I have base Counter? Oh, I do have base Counter. I wasn't even paying attention. Or no, is that because of other equipment I have? Yeah. Why does Counter have a plus next to it? It's weird. Plus 7? I don't understand it. Whatever. Why does it have a plus? Nobody knows. New weapon. More damage. I don't have regen. That's kind of a meaningful amount of regen. Let's get the most out of it, and then as soon as I go into combat... Well, yeah, let's just play it out. Do I really care about the damage that much? The 12% attack speed, like, that's a meaningful number. The balance finally started meaning something. You know what? With the vamp... Is this where I take the pivot? I don't know. I still feel like the regen is doing great work. But I think I'm gonna hold off on the weapon, honestly. Let the market decide? Oh. Talking about me. But thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're both coming in my chat with anti-capitalist agenda and also saying I'd be more popular than Ninja. That's very nice. Thank you. And nice to see you again, by the way. Another beacon? Oh, wait, no, this is not the same as this beacon. This is Road Lantern. Very different than beacon. Entirely different. A worthless landmark in a world with no direction. 40% move speed within its range. I kind of like walking slowly. 20% attack speed for all units, including enemy units. I think that this is, like, strictly bad for me when I'm going off health regen. I would rather combat go slowly, and I would rather moments in between combat go slowly. Shoulda came in on your birthday? What? I don't know. I don't know the context for the situation, but I don't stream on the 27th. Well, you know, my bad for that one. I shoulda. I really shoulda. I missed that chance, but there's plenty of odds, you know. I somehow believe, or find it hard to believe, that you may have caught up on every single VOD I've got. If you're that eager for more of my content, it's always available. It's always available. Now this just seems not worth it at all. Like, without any sort of recovery stat on it, I can't lose the regen ring for that. You need, like, some sort of constant recovery in the game. Otherwise, like, obviously, it's a game about sustain. If you're not sustaining yourself... Did I say gain instead of game? It's a game about sustain. Okay, this is just a straight-up big enough damage increase that I find it hard to say no to. So, sorry, 0.6, oh, you son of a bitch. See, but he evaded, and he has no evade stat, so I don't know. Monster stats are a little ambiguous. They tell you a few, but they clearly don't tell you everything. Like, there was a counter there? Was that my counter or the enemy's counter? It looked like it happened when I attacked, but maybe we attacked at the same time. Maybe that evade was for me, honestly. I don't know. I'm at a loss right now. Yeah, that's just a complete trash fire ring. No thank you. I will take another road lantern. Effects of road lantern stack, so I've been told. It's probably a better idea to diversify, though. Like, there's a lot of enemies here. Let's try and cool that section down a bit. Oh, Harpy. I assume it's... Oh, no, it's just flying, like, straight over there. I thought it was gonna, like, randomly meander between tiles, but, no, it just straight up picked one and ran for it. I'm hemorrhaging here. Like, my health has been going up since I started, but I've got so much max HP that's not being taken advantage of it. It's a feel-bad moment for sure. I wish I could investigate. Oh, right-click is also pause, by the way. I wish I could investigate enemies. Is it really capitalism if the consumer has no choice? That is, unfortunately, kind of what capitalism boils down to, though. But I see your point. I do see your point. Let's start another treasury. I don't have to complete the treasury if I don't want to. It's strictly positive, I think. Yeah, it's strictly positive just being on its own. So there's no reason to be afraid of just placing one down. So if I want to make a mountain peak here, I guess I have to be careful that I don't accidentally, like, surround a mountain. Because I assume mountain peaks are just made whenever you surround a mountain with rocks or mountains. But I don't think that's going to happen on accident. I would just have to be careful that I don't place a mountain... No, I guess this entire, like... These tiles right here are the scary ones that I can't place mountains on. I am building the mountain. It's my new pastime. Building mountains. The premise of the game is you not only build your character up, but also build the threats and surroundings. Okay, so just another stupid increase of maximum HP that I'm probably never going to fill up. Along with other stats, so how could I say no? How could I ever say no to that? Mimic? Not mimic. Object. Would I consider McDonald's an empire? I'd say McDonald's is, I mean, like... I don't know. There's enough competing fast food chains that I don't really consider something like McDonald's problematic, especially when there are much more problematic, you know, avenues that you could talk about. There are plenty of problematic industries, more problematic than something like McDonald's, but I also think that the competition is there for food. You mean empire in an imperialistic sense? From what I've seen, I don't think that McDonald's is taking over the masses now. I don't believe I've been led too far away from the truth when it comes to McDonald's. I mean, I don't doubt that they're doing things behind the scenes, but it's probably just, like, marketing things. Like, you know, you can have your own cynical opinion on marketing, like I obviously do, but you know, it's kind of how the world is revolving. Okay, so this comes with vampirism as well as counter, but I lose the attack speed and a bit of damage. I still think the extra sustain is worth it, though. You can agree to disagree if you do, but I'm, like, actually tempted to just take the regen so I can fill up some of my max HP, but I know it's not a good idea. I know it's not a good idea. I'm probably... well, I don't know. I'm filling up my board with so many threats, and I feel like my sustain is just not ready to handle these kinds of threats. Oh, new goblin camp. I'm making threats whether I want to or not. Like, I would have to count out how many mountains. You know what? I am going to count out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I wanted to make sure that the mountain peak counted as 9 rocks and mountains and not as 1. Because if it counted as 1 and it only takes 9 tiles, there would actually be like a fun bit of depth to that where you could force mountain peaks and never breach the 10 rocks and mountains it takes to make a goblin encampment. You know? I guess that's the end of the sentence. Until you got up to... how many would that take? It would take more than the board space available, I think. It would take 100. 100. It would take 100 rocks and mountains placed to finally get one goblin camp, if that's how it works. Which, you know, it's probably not balanced if they did it that way, but I think would be a fun little bit of gameplay knowledge that increases performance once you figure it out. Do I want more skeletons here? Or do I want more skeletons here? What do I choose? The goblin camp there kind of scares me. I already have a beacon here, making this place easier, so maybe I'll put it there. And by beacon, I mean road lantern. Very different. Very, very different. You know, I kind of wish that if you moused over cards, there would be an auto pause similar to mousing over equipment in combat. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just crazy wild like that. Nope. I think I'll pass on that one. I can't believe I still have this regen ring. I honestly, at this point, probably should take the vampirism one, which was that one? It gives me regen and vampirism. Yeah, this one's probably better. I should have swapped that out earlier. Since I made the pivot to vampirism, and doing more damage also helps with that. Which means, I guess if I'm going more vampirism, less regen. I still have some regen, don't I? How much? There's some on my sword? No? Armor? Nope. Shield? Nope. Do I just have regen on that now? Oh no. Yeah, I do, just 0.6. Okay, then I'm definitely going to take the full pivot to vampirism and do the thing that increases attack speed here. And movement speed as well. Movement speed still makes regen worse, but... yeah, sure. I don't know if this is going to bite me in the back. Is that what people say? You know, that is a scary decision. Because enemies having increased attack speed as well means that they're benefiting equally as much from the vampirism that I am. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Has me sweating a bit. Do I want 2 vampires in an engagement like that? Probably not. I'll just put it there. Gotta be careful about this. Things are getting harder pretty quickly. I'm getting lucky with the rock placement, though. So that I'm not accidentally making mountain peaks. I'm still a little bit cautious. But I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. That's not problematic. And then, finally, another meadow to get that going. Though I think I misplaced order earlier. It's gonna be a while till something takes off this piece of armor. It's doing pretty damn well for me. Defense on a weapon is interesting, but I don't think the weapon's good enough. By a long shot. This is fine. This is fine. This is all fine. I got another beacon. Dude, I'm gonna be running lightning fast. You know, I guess movement speed is more meaningful than I thought it was, too. Because, well, it might not seem that movement speed has any other benefit than making regen worse. Since enemies spawn on a day-night cycle, it does mean you can safely make more loops to the campfire that heals you. Without it being a problem. I don't know where I was going with that sentence originally, but, you know, I landed on that. What did I just make there? Is that like a... Oh, that's a gargoyle. I didn't make that, the treasury made that. The bank made it. Not me. I didn't make my debt. Hey, you know, I say that as a joke, but sometimes it do be like that, though. I got too many cemeteries, man. I got way too many skeletons in this circle. I think I'm gonna cool it with that. Like, everything I can add to my world just makes my life worse. I hate it. No thank you. Yeah, that's fine. Just being cautious. No problem with cautious. I think I'm being the appropriate amount of cautious right now. Love the rocks. Absolutely love to see the rocks. I always am. Inverse impact. I always am. Okay, so that should be all of the danger tiles that I need to have covered with rocks. So now I'm just, like, rolling, you know? I'm like a dirty hog in thick, thick mud. I forget the quote. Pretend I'm funny. Pretend I know I think you should leave references better than I actually do. Stop! Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves! Now give us all you got! Sorry, that's my goblin voice. You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first? And then you can do anything you want. Goblin must rob! No other order in the world. Fair enough. Guess I don't have any valid objection here. That's me. This is me arguing with that person who was replying in the TikTok. It's like, I understand that I can't argue anything. Oh wait, I do have one. How about... Oh, what? That's me attacking. That's my attack move. Oh, wait, I kind of wanted to look at the goblin stats. It's okay, I'll get another option, or opportunity to do that in mere moments. It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad, and that the world is trying to restore itself. Or that even the apocalypse isn't enough to get rid of some pests. Damage to all and evasion? Snooze. Snooze on that bad boy. Why is this fight going so poorly? Are rat wolves, like, significantly more dangerous than I thought they were? Has a soul? Oh, it's the attack speed that's making it harder, probably, maybe? I don't know, do enemies get harder on subsequent loops? There's like a meta here that needs to be discovered, but I'm not smart enough to do it on my own. Okay, wait, I'm gonna combat pause, please, I'm dying. I don't like how low my HP is. I'm, like, very quickly hemorrhaging. Magic damage, defense, counter. No. Vampirism is equal, but I get, like, basically back to the region that I used to have on the old ring. I think it is the same that I had on the old ring. And damage to all, which is better for vampirism. I lose the counter and evasion, though. Like, when has counter and evasion literally ever done anything for me? And this is where, if I was making a highlight video, I would spend hours making a montage of all the times counter and evasion helped me. Yeah, I think this makes sense. It's very rare that there's going to be an enemy on this alleyway. A spider has to spawn in this exact tile, which I think is fine. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep building up the outer peaks of my mountain that will eventually pog me up through the stratosphere when I complete it. If I complete it, I might not. I'm hoping I do. But, not everything goes according to Keikaku. It's a lot of region. I don't know enough about math. Okay, let me work this out. There is just a math formula that you can make to find out whether regen is better than vampirism currently, but I need to know my attack speed exactly, which I don't, really? I don't know my attack speed on a baseline. I could just estimate it by seeing how fast I'm attacking. God damn, I'm fucking so close to dead. I think the regen might actually be better here, but I lose an additional defensive stat, and I lose the damage to all. Why do you have a hollow Vileplume card from 1995 in your bed? It's a good luck charm. This is my collection of Funko Pops that watched me lose my virginity. Alright, that's a reference, by the way. That's not a... Please don't look at me with weird, shady eyes. As, I think it's like a Reddit post originally that was like, am I the only one who has, like, fond memories of certain Funko Pops because they were there when I lost my virginity? And, surprising literally no one. They were the only one who felt like that, because that's a fucking... What a weird little freak. What a weird little freak. I lose counter and evasion here, but I'm just gonna bank on defense being as overpowered as it is in most games. And hope that, like, nearly double the defense is going to be the better stat there. Maybe someone put it there, like the time your friend's mom put a picture of Jesus under her mattress. Yeah, I do remember that story. It's, religion is wild, dude. Religion is wild. Does crazy things to some people. I guess do I want rocks here, or do I want mountains here? I think it's better to have mountains there, so I'll hold on that. Wait, no, that's on the edge, so it shouldn't be able to be a completed mountain peak. Yeah, I'm safe. Yeah. Alright, yeah. If I keep saying yeah, eventually I'll believe myself. Fuck it. Double Vampire Tuesdays. Oh, I'm already past it anyways. Having the max HP, even though it's usually never filled up, is pretty nice for the percentage-based heal that I get on campfires. Give me a second. I got way too many cemeteries that I know what to do with. Shield that gives a little bit less defense, but 5 damage to all. And pretty much every combat encounter I've got in my future is multiple enemies in the same encounter. So damage to all means quite a bit here. As well as additional attack speed. Not quite as much. And the counter, I think I have to, though. I think I have to on that one. For the 5 damage to all stat. Just being kind of crazy wild. Dude, Vampirism fucking blows ass, dude. I regret ever thinking Vampirism is a good stat, as opposed to regen. Oh, I can't give up the 7 damage to all. That's crazy wild. That's like the only reason I'm still alive right now is my high damage to all stat. I think I'll pass on making more threats. I think I'm gonna cool it. I think this Diagon Alley is going to be the end of me. I'm fucking dead, dude. Hi, Harpy. No! What do you mean, no? You want to save the world? You want to ask for help? Our answer is no. How did you? But why no? We see far away. We see deep inside. For a long time, there's been just emptiness instead of the sky, but it doesn't stop us from seeing. Senku out here counting the seconds from being frozen. Yeah, harpies are just smart like that, dude. Your saving of the world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way of saving the world. Are we the bad guys? That's why no one will ever join you. Harsh. Fine, I don't fully understand it, but tell me your version. What does save the world mean to you? My progeny and my kin. For them to be strong and to live. It's a part of the cycle of life and death. It is life itself. It is the world. But, like, is it really a cycle of life and death to just be dead? to not exist? I don't know if harpies are as smart as they originally seemed to be. I will kill you and feed your remains to my starving younglings, and life will go on. And how many lives does your blade give birth to by killing again and again? Says the person murdering. Only one. Actually, she is a girl boss? Is my voice not appropriate? Honestly, it's kind of sexist, babe. Kind of sexist to say that a girl can't have a deep voice like that. I don't want you or your children to die from starvation. Please try to see reason. If my mission succeeds, harpies can have all the sky and all the hunting grounds they need. I can't feed my children with your beautiful words. It's time to say goodbye. She's a politician. I get it now. Just filibustering till the end. I feel awful. By fixing one evil, I'm becoming a source of another. There's no home for harpies except the highest mountains, but there's no food there. I can't imagine how they managed to survive if their mountains were cut from reality. Same. 2 oblivions. Alright, I'm gonna have to be careful with these, because I definitely do want to obliviate. But yeah, okay, I definitely did watch Ryan do the original demo playthrough, at least like a portion of it, because I remember not knowing what these pips meant when, I guess I still don't really fucking know. Because why is there an empty one here? I have got no fucking clue what the pips on the cards mean. But I do know that the more cards you play, eventually a boss shows up. Like, I was going to say, oh, the pips are how much it's going to make the boss bar go up, but I actually don't understand that, because why would it have 1.5, but also a third empty one? That doesn't make any sense. It would just be 1.5 if that was the case. I think, unless I'm the one losing my mind. Oh, new goblin camp just dropped. Who this? I think I can handle the rat wolves. The gargoyle does scare me, but I'm never gonna learn what gargoyles are all about. Gargoyles. Unless I fight it. But actually, that's stupid. Just fucking kill it. It's dead. It's gone. I want to survive. I think that's more important than anything right now. Did that delete the tile? Oh, it does delete the tile. Or elite it, as I previously said. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't think it deleted the tile as well. Yeah, so you can do it on these tiles too. Well then, like, why wouldn't I delete the thing that's spawning gargoyles, which, by the way, spawned an additional one? This is, like, exclusively a bad tile. And there go my blooming meadows. I thought that was a possibility, but, like, blooming meadows are 1 extra HP. Like, I would rather not have gargoyles at the loss of 4 HP at the start of every day. Like, that's not that big of a deal to me. Okay. Those felt like decent obliviates. Though I, maybe should have saved the other one for purging an additional combat encounter in the future. Maybe. Okay, so this makes sense. And it's not going to turn into a mountain peak. Yeah, okay. Just being on the safe side. Being careful here. Because I'm frightened that I'm gonna mess up this mountain range I have. It's so close, it's... If I want peak efficiency, I need 4 more tiles, whether they be rock or mountain. But I need at least 1 more mountain. So let's hope. Hope for many rocks and mountains in my future. Alright. It's not exactly what I was looking for. Immediately. But I'll learn to forgive you. Like, is there anything that it says... Ooh, skeleton armor. Is there anything it says on meadows that explains why it becomes a blooming meadow? I don't think so. Flowers get a feel for the world and bloom with pleasant smells. I don't get it. Earth covered with a thick carpet of grass. Nothing really interesting, unless you're a cow, of course. Rude. Max HP up, vampirism... Or, sorry, max HP down, vampirism up. That is a decent amount of vampirism, but also, like, I'm not sold on vampirism right now. I think that regen is just a better stat. Like, obviously, vampirism can scale with other sources, whereas regen is just flat. You know, you either have it or you don't. I guess regen technically scales with movement speed, kind of. But, nah. You know? You know what I'm saying? Nah. Sorry. I'm stupid. I just haven't really seen vampirism pop off. I think it was kind of popping when I did the demo playthrough, but I'm not feeling it right now. I guess I kind of felt it there, but I definitely still lost more HP than I gained back from the vampirism. So, oh, just make your vampirism better. I don't know if it's that simple. When I lose, like, 100 extra max HP here. And also 7 damage to all, I just can't replace that. I just cannot replace that, that body armor. For, like, a really long time. Because it's just too good. It's the problem of having equipment that's too good. No other equipment could possibly replace it. Damage to all is the same. I get attack speed. I get counter. And I lower my regen and vampirism. I think I'll pass on that one. Thanks for offering, but I think I'll pass on that one. I had to think about it, because I'm stupid. It was actually like one of the worst trade deals in history. So now I get to see what happens when my deck is full. I'm hoping, though I don't think it will. My hope was that it's going to start deleting cards over here, but I know for a fact it's going to start deleting, like it's just going to throw cards away, and I'm not going to get any new cards. Which means I have to play my deck out. But you know what, let's take an opportunity to experiment, and see if that really is the case. Sure, everything is beaconed up. Do beacons stack? No. No, they do not stack. I mean, at least it doesn't imply that they stack. Which means, I'm almost, like, fully beaconed up. Once I get this area sorted, there's literally only 2 tiles that aren't beaconed. I'm afraid... yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm gonna fight a harpy, which, by the way, has a soul, for those wondering, and does a lot of damage fairly quickly. But I want to see what happens when I have too many cards in my hand. Because that's it's pretty important to know. Ooh! It just squished! It just squished my deck closer. I don't think I lost anything there. Either that or I lost something at random, which is maybe more frightening. I guess that's where I want to place that. Battlefield. Oh, more treasure. I still haven't fought a ghost yet, and I'd like to keep it that way. But I'm going to have to if a spider spawns in either of these tiles, which is getting more and more likely. Wait, did I look at this? This wasn't good, right? Yeah, not good enough to replace. Did I look at this? Yeah, it's not. I don't even know what magic damage is for. I assume magic damage, since I've only seen 2 different kinds of damage. I assume magic damage is just damage that goes through defense. But I also could be entirely wrong. Who knows? Maybe magic damage does more damage to things that have a soul. Which, by the way... Oh! I'm surprised. I'm surprised vampires have a soul. Could have fooled me. Could have fooled me. Alright. Oop. Yep. What? Oh, god damn it. Your cards go up when you're paused. I thought they went down. I didn't pay attention to that detail. Yeah, I want to place these. God damn it, I just missed the daytime. I could have gotten an additional 4 HP! The horrors. Maybe I should save the mountain and hope I get a rock. Because then if I place the mountain now and I get a rock in the future... Oh no, I guess I still need 1 more here. I'm still going to hold on to the mountain. It makes sense to hold on to the mountain, because I know I need a mountain. I will always want at least 1 of them in my hand until this thing is finished. Defense goes up with this shield. Damage to all goes down, unfortunately, which is really helping me out here. Attack speed goes down, and counter goes down, but additional regen is like... If this is the biggest mistake of my life, then I'm sorry, but the regen seems very strong. Like, I think the majority of my sustain has come from regen. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But currently, that's my feel. You feel? Alright, things are looking good. Just need 1 more rock and or mountain, and I'll be set. And rocks and mountains aren't particularly uncommon either, so... And now let's hope I understand how this works. I should get an absolute dumb fuck stupid amount of max HP here. I've never been more heartbroken in my entire life. Why? Huh? What am I missing? What did I mess up? God damn it. Did I accidentally, like, completely surround it with rocks? Or was there, like, some specific formation that I made? Or maybe you can only have 1 mountain peak? I just don't know the rules. I'm, like, actually gonna, like, look back at my VOD later and figure out what I did to make a mountain peak. Because as far as I'm concerned, this should be a mountain peak. It's a mountain entirely surrounded by other mountainous things. Though maybe it's specific and has to be rocks. Because I know for a fact I didn't entirely surround this mountain by mountains. 100% there were some rocks in there. Maybe. I don't... maybe I just don't know things. I'd believe it. I would definitely believe it. I think I'm going to have to leave after this campfire. What are you? Why are you so mad? Rage enrages after an ally dies, plus 30% damage? Okay. Ouch. I think I speak for everyone when I say ouch. Youch! Yeah, my HP ain't doing so hot here. The boss is very close to spawning too, and I guarantee if I fight the boss, I'm dead as fuck. So, excuse me. But I'm bouncing after I make it to this campfire, which is very soon, thankfully, because I don't have the sustain to keep this going for too much longer. Or at all. I might just die. Thankfully, it's just a slime and a vampire. It's a slime and a vampire. That's not that bad. 2 defense stats! Your mom let you have 2? Regen's not going to help me out at this point. I think I just need to bank it on having the raw-ass defense. And, let's see how this goes. This fight determines my life. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it easily. But it was a little frightening. Okay. So, we cap it off by... I don't know. Yeah, this makes sense. Because now I get the benefit out of 2 treasuries by doing that. Ah! No! How could you be so stupid? Okay. I lose. You're not gonna let me run away right next to the boss? Oh, you are! But that's like the most cowardice the world has ever seen. Oh, hey, there is a enemy level. Loop counter affects enemies level. Cool, that's good to know. I am sorry that I'm not going to do the incursion. Radiates with powerful energy that devours space and time itself. It is time to face the destiny of this world. I think I might just leave. I'm just gonna die, like... Yeah, it's the coward's way out to just, like... But this is the win condition. I would just lose, like, everything I have right now if I die to the boss. I don't think that sounds like a very good idea. That would literally make, like, the last hour and a half of this run. I don't think I would lose everything, but I'd rather not lose anything. That would kind of waste the point of the last hour and a half. The thought of leaving the battlefield and going back to your cozy camp has passed through your mind. What a timely idea. The camp is just around the corner. I believe I will retreat. Sorry. I know I'm a coward. I can't believe it. Yeah, me neither. Hey everybody, the boys managed to return. Survivors? Does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even seen... Oh, okay, God. Dyslexia getting at me. The font, man. The font. There is an accessibility option, but I think this font looks prettier, even if it's harder to read. Let me retry that sentence. It is a bit of a run-on. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even been with us. What? That's a weird sentence. I don't know if that sentence really flows the way I want it to. It's likely we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day, and we instantly forget they even existed. Almost as if we forgot the place we came from. And our families. And maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I'd managed to return? That means you remembered I was here. Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here. A real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Oh, of course! I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. I'm too tired for this shit. Shut up. We'd be glad if you could help us. And we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. It's fucking scary out there. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to. A place where I can hear other people's voices. Alright. Kinda cringe, but... We weren't joking about helping you. Here are the few things that survived the cataclysm, and don't vanish away. I guess that makes sense in context. I would expect didn't to be the word, though. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. Oh, thanks. Cool. That was such like a petty amount of resources that I have a feeling the game maybe didn't want me to do as well as I did in that first expedition, but I'm just kind of like a god gamer. Whatever. Let's see what I can do. I cannot make a smithy. I don't have enough stable metals? I don't even know where I was getting metals from. I wasn't paying attention to what things give me resources. It's probably not that important to min-max to that degree. I also can't make an herbalist hut, unfortunately. But they give me all the resources required to make a field kitchen. I think that's what they just gave me. A very important place for any camp. If your nose isn't lying, there's good food here. Plus 10% of the campfire's healing power unlocks the Blood Grove card. Yeah. I think I will. I think I will take an upgrade. And I'll slap it down, right? Again, I don't really know if, like, uncovering these things is meaningful. But in case it is, let's link this up. I don't know. I really thought that was an N. And I was like, no, you know? Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food may be a good cook... the food made by a good cook is... Do I need to change the font? I think it's, you know, at this point I'm just gonna argue about the fact that I've been streaming for 3 hours and that's why I can't read. What? You were waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, and a couple of knives. A bucket of potatoes, 3... He just keeps going on and on. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table. Follow the tasty smell of a good stew. Following, even. Alright, cool, thank you. Survivor's Tents. A camp filled with exhausted people and their limited belongings. Can't be destroyed, but its inhabitants will gladly move to better housing if you build it. Okay. Interesting. And there's no upgrades to either of these options, and I can't do anything else. Cool. So I guess I didn't do as well on that run as I thought I could. Refuge. In these dire times, it's your duty to offer help to the needy. It can only be built next to a field kitchen. Oh. Well, I kind of regret the placement of my field kitchen now. Assuming that I have to place refuge down before I can get rid of the survivor's tents. But hopefully I can just place it here, and then this will go away. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can just, like, move them? Can I, like... Oh, I can move. Oh, wait, upgrade. What? And dismantle. What? I thought there wasn't an upgrade. Oh, there is an upgrade. It's just in a different menu for some reason. Interesting. But I can't do it anyways. Can I upgrade? Nope. 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 Alright. Cool. Well, I think that that's a good stopping point. Sorry, I know it's another short one, but you know, just being transparent and honest, I want to spend time with my girlfriend, because, even though I cut it off early yesterday, like, her internet went out, like, I don't know, an hour after I ended stream, so we didn't really get that much time to do anything anyways. But yeah. Very fun, and I'm excited to come back to it. So, thank you for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow, Oh, the game crashed upon closing. That's a fun one. Love to see it happen. I think it did that with a demo as well. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I will be back tomorrow with additional Loop Hero and maybe Dyson Sphere. But I might just play like way too many hours of Loop Hero to want to do anything else. But yeah, that's it. Thanks, and goodbye.